We'll take 5 suggestions, 1 from each quarter, and then a wild card. I will come to this quadrant first. What would you like a rap about?
Dirty socks.
Dirty socks. Thank you very much. Straight up. Gosh, I'm having flashbacks to my mother. This segment here.
Japanese feudal system.
Okay. Someone down here said Paracel, and then annoyingly, someone over there was just like, yeah, the Japanese feudal system. And you said it so loud that means I couldn't do that thing where I kind of ignore it because it was quite difficult. Dirty socks, the Japanese feudal system. Quadrant here, what are we going with? Surfing. Last week, someone suggested surfboard, so I feel that's too close to that, so I'm not going to take that suggestion. Sorry, though. Very disappointed surfers there. Oh, man, that is so the opposite of this. Let's get a new suggestion. Jump rope. Okay, jump rope, dirty socks, Japanese feudal system. This side? David Beckham, yeah. Do you have a particular thing about David Beckham that you're interested in? I've met David quite a few times. We're on first name terms. I mean, by that I mean I call him David, he calls me who? But David Beckham, what specific thing about David Beckham? His frosted tips. I love that you said football. You were like, I don't know anything about him, but I'll relate and call it what the British call it. Football. Everyone else was like, it's soccer, you fool. Don't bow down to him. No bowing down. This isn't the Japanese feudal system. I think that's a good reference. David Beckham's frosted tips, jump rope, the Japanese feudal system, smelly or dirty socks. One final one. This is going to be the best one, right? I mean, it's not. Japanese feudal system's clearly the best one. But we'll pretend that this one is the piece de resistance. What's it going to be? There were 2 at the same time. Someone said Apollo what? Apollo 9. 2 before Apollo, 4 before Apollo 13. So Apollo 9, did that land on the moon?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I hope you do not work for NASA. I think it's still floating around up there. It didn't. So wow, and there was a suggestion from down here as well. That was you as well. So you suggested boy bands of the 90s and then knew that Apollo 9 did not land on the moon. You know things. I like that. You're half of Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones. Also drinking. That's the full one. I like you. You're wonderful. You also remind me of Bjork. Is that okay to say? Yeah. Hey, Bjork's a bloody hottie. So, boy bands of the 90s, Apollo 9, jump rope, dirty socks, the Japanese feudal system, and David Beckham's frosted tips. That was roughly all of them, right? Cool. This then, lovely people of the Hermosa Beach Comedy and Magic Club, to close out the show, a little treat for you all called a freestyle rap. That's a rap made up on the spot based entirely on those suggestions. It is not prepared, it is not rehearsed, it will never be performed again. It'll be about all those things. Let's roll that track and see what we come up with. I'm excited. And you can pump it up as well. Yeah, you can get into it.
Glory, pick that shit up, man.
To a bit more. Kick it off, yeah, I go high, landing soon to the moon. And I worry I will die, not Apollo 13. That's the Tom Hanks movie, 4 minus 13. Yeah, we improve these chances of surviving if you never try and land. You can see me at controls, I got a lever in my hand. I'm the best astronaut, I was taught in NASA, trying avert any moon landing disaster. I'm touching down on the surface of the great satellite. There's no gravity up there, so you know I swing right with a golf club, knock the ball right into space. And if you mess with me, then I knock you right in your face. With this pair of dirty socks, I keep them underneath my sneakers. Whip them out, yeah, holes in them so it's easier. I take them up, hit you with them so there's no forgetting. They'd be dirtier than any other underwear, like leggings or underwear or jock straps, G-strings. Dirty socks are always worried finding these things under teenage boys' bed, cause they go through them at such a rate. And we know what they do, ejaculation in the socks. It is not a nice thing. In the 2000s, I'm inviting all my friends around. I'm like, come on, y'all, we're sitting in the front room watching all the football. David Beckham got the skills, you know you wanna check him. Play in Argentina, then his emotions, he went and wrecked them. He was lying on the floor, he was falling over these. Then he kicked with his heel, Diego Simeone, now the manager for Atletico Madrid. If you don't follow soccer, then you won't know this. I just make it simple, yeah, smooth like this. Talk about his hairstyle, specifically the tips, they were frosted like an Arctic or North Pole. Very good at free kicks, he scores goal. It's the only hairstyle I like. I'm in agreement with Miss Posh Spice. She is Victoria Beckham, got a selection upon the mohawk shave head. Yeah, I respect it because he's innovating in the hairstyles. Got the mental capacity of a child. Very weird, very dumb, very low IQ. If he sees this online, he will not like you, Chris. But that's okay, cause I praise those tips. Another group of people that had those did hits. They were boy bands in the 90s. It's complete. See the weird hairstyle, frosted tips, Backstreet Boys, Justin Timberlake, NSYNC. I think he was better when he left them solo. Blink, blink, went the piano on his latest album. If you know a person in a boy band, tell them they're not doing very good now. They do not impress. The only big ones from Korea, and they're called BTS. They're amazing. I love their dance moves. They're the best, yeah, and I must improve. I'm gonna move on from the island up here, moving to Japan from the island of Korea. Over there, they be working hard like a steam piston, but back in the day, they had the feudal system. Samurais walking around with a big sword, that's katana, and they bow down to their lords. They commit seppuku, that is suicide. If they're found that their lord has been assassinated, died, they would wander around. Yeah, they would show him in the afterlife. Feudal system as Ronin, that's a fact. I learned it from a Luc Besson film. See it with Robert De Niro, I love him. And other things, yeah, it was oh so unpleasant. If you are Japanese but you're working as a peasant, what do? Rise up, mutiny, and say we need more things than sushi and green tea. We want the fine things that you've got in the palace. Yeah, we can finish there. Cheers, no malice. There you go.